Hello, beautiful people of the interwebs. Wayne Hackman here, aka Whackstar, and I've come to a very interesting place just off the Lake Naivasha, just next to Hell's Gate National Park, a geothermal spa that you can come and enjoy as well. One of the things I absolutely love about Kenya is that quite a lot of its electricity is generated through renewable sources, and one of those renewable sources is geothermal steam. And you can see here right behind me is this huge bubbling pool, and right underneath here is all of the water. Now, if I understand correctly, and I'm sure that there are some geothermal power engineers out there, that there are two types of steam that come up from the core of the earth. There is dry steam, which they use to generate turn all of these turbines, and there's also wet steam, which isn't particularly useful except for shedding it off into the atmosphere, or in this case pumping it into this massive geothermal pool here, and then it goes through a series of pools into the geothermal spa behind me. Now, what's quite interesting about this water is you can smell the sulfur. It smells slightly eggy. It's also full of silica as well, and it's actually really good for the skin. And so for a reasonable cheap amount of money, you can come to this geothermal spa and just enjoy a few hours. Great for eczema, great for all sorts of skin conditions, and I have been here a few times before and come out feeling 10 years younger. So the water goes through a series of pools to cool it down to, well, conditions that are okay to swim in. I like to play the game, how close can you get to the nuclear hot waterfall before burning up? So the great thing about this place is that there are a few different pools. There's one for the children, which obviously is a lot cooler, still quite warm, and then this larger pool here, but obviously the further away you go from the waterfall, the cooler it gets. And so you can sort of gauge yourself where you want to swim in comparison to the heat of the water. Of course, for me, I like a good hot swim, so I'm going to see if I can get up nice and close to this waterfall. You can see all the steam coming up out of what I guess was water in the core of the earth that has come up and just slightly cooled now, ready for us to enjoy a swim. So this is it. Hat off, going in for a swim. Oh, that's really disappointing. I thought it'd be boiling. There are some steps here. Well, it's getting hot now. Oh yes. Beautiful and warm, and I feel all slippy and slimy now because of the sulfur and the silica that's in the water. I do believe there are lots of health benefits for this. I've heard that if you get eczema or scabies, other skin complaints, that this is really, really good. Dan has got prescribed drugs for a skin condition, and I'm really intrigued to see if after this swim he gets rid of the skin condition. We won't talk about what the skin condition is for obvious reasons, because of his health and safety confidentiality, but it's a little special. I'll have to be honest, it is a bit of a bug suicide pool. There are quite a few dead bugs in here. I think they obviously come down for a nice glass of water and get overcome by the silica. So there you go, an hour in the pool. I'm feeling 10 years younger. My skin is feeling good. Gonna head back out now. I'm thankful for a good soak. There are a couple of drawbacks that I need to make you aware of. Number one, this is situated just inside the national park. So if you're coming here, you have to pay the park fees. which is okay if you're a resident or a Kenyan national, not so great if you are a visitor from abroad. The second drawback is obviously coming here, and you have to obviously pay to come in here as well. Again, you have those 3 price tiers. So you have to pay twice in essence to get here. So it's a good thing to do if you are a weary traveller having explored Hell's Gate National Park. There's lots of interesting things here, and maybe you come here at the end of the day to have a nice soak to get rid of all of those aches and pains from safari. But if you're coming here just to come to the geothermal spa, you're going to have to pay twice, and so you might want to give it a miss unless you're coming specifically to the park. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, rate and subscribe, do all of the things that YouTubers do, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.